Hi, I'm Faith Pinot from LA Times Studios in Washington, D.C. Here's some of today's top stories courtesy of the Associated Press. As families across the country sit down for a Thanksgiving meal, hundreds of people in Kansas City will have a turkey on the table thanks to a huge community effort. Nonprofits and local businesses teamed up to make sure food insecurity doesn't stop families from celebrating this year. Slow Food KC donated cash, and Kanbe's markets handled the heavy lifting.
We immediately connected with a local grocer here in town, Balls Foods, who operates a lot of the hen house markets. I reached out to Cam and asked for some help, and he was able to get us 300 turkeys without breaking a sweat. And I loved his response was actually, how many do you need? And I said, how many can I get? And he's like, however many you need, I will make work.
The turkeys were packed up and moved into freezers, and then sorted for neighborhood groups that serve families hit hardest by rising food prices and reduced SNAP benefits. Slow Food KC founder Jasper Mirabile says this is what his city does best.
So this is just typical of Kansas City. This is what Kansas City does. It steps up to the plate. Groups here in town, different ones, harvesters, etc. And Slow Food is right in there with them. And that's what we want to do. We want to support our local farmers. We want to support our local members. But not only that, we want to give back to the community. And this is our way of giving back, especially with Thanksgiving. That doesn't get any better.
Kanbe's Markets says even though the federal shutdown is over, families are still feeling the squeeze.
We still have a lot of stepping up and a lot of work to do, and for us to have more of these partners reaching out and wanting to double down and say, like, how can we get more food out? How can we make sure that everybody coming into the holiday season has food on their plates is really, really special.
One of the stops on the Thanksgiving route was the Justice and Dignity Center, which serves a community already struggling with limited access to fresh groceries.
Thanksgiving is here and people are hungry. We've already suffering a food desert as it is, and Kanbe's has been gracious enough to give us a bunch of turkeys to give out to the community. Something's better than nothing. And like I said, we're really appreciative of getting that itself. I mean, very appreciative. Because without them, what are we going to do?
And while Thanksgiving is all about eating turkey, eating way too much pie, and watching hours upon hours of football, one NFL team is using the holiday spotlight to push something else: sustainability. At Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, a wall of solar panels towers over a sea of green jerseys. And as fans stream into the stadium, they walk right past one of the largest solar arrays in pro sports.
Yeah, I mean, look, we are rivals on the field and we're partners off the field in sustainability, but we are setting the pace. We have one of the largest solar arrays in the world of any stadium. We have almost 11,000 panels. We produce 40% of our own energy. And so, yeah, I would like to say that we're setting the pace for sure.
The Eagles recycled 18 tons of aluminum just this year. Stadium staff sort everything by hand, crush cans on site, and sell the metal to help fund their green programs. And get this, their waste diversion rate, more than 99%.
We actually get money back on there, so there's a little bit of an ROI for anyone who's interested. And so amongst that, I think, with our energy and with our waste diversion, we're LEED Platinum certified, which helps us with FIFA and hosting World Cup games next year. And so, yeah, all of that makes for a really robust system.
And it's not just Philly. Stadiums in Atlanta and Santa Clara are doing the same. Solar panels, composting, and aggressive recycling to shrink the footprint of America's most watched sport. Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, the site of next year's Super Bowl, runs on more than 1,000 solar panels and even grows its own crops on the roof. Experts say the visibility matters. When millions of fans see it, they're more likely to try it at home.
I think every team is a general message to kind of work towards that same goal of like, hey, let's minimize the damage that we're causing to the environment.
Now, the Eagles won't be on the field this Thanksgiving, but plenty of other teams will. Thursday's matchups include Packers versus Lions, Chiefs versus Cowboys, and the Ravens face off against the Bengals for the primetime game. A packed slate and a reminder that whether your team wins or loses, the best plays this season might actually be happening off the field. That's it for now. To read more stories, be sure to head over to the LA Times. And from all of us here at the studios, we wish you a very happy holiday.